I want to present to you a picture of how self-trust forms a way of being. And Daniel Pink had condensed into 3 factors what drives human motivation. And the first is autonomy. And self-trust in relationship to autonomy is like the knowing of your own process as a person, such that you're able to initiate and act in a direction that compels you or draws you or interests you. Almost as if it's like a point of decision making in a way that is unique to who you are. And that requires an understanding, an established understanding of you trusting what you know yourself to be. And yet at the same time, that process of learning to trust yourself is also a development in itself. And as you trust yourself more and make decisions or initiate things and act upon them, you are reinforcing your knowledge of what matters more to you. And as we do a lot of those things, we lead into the second factor that Daniel Pink was talking about, that is mastery. And mastery then is about reaching a place where when we enter or participate in a process, we understand how we skillfully handle or manage the situation that's consistent, that produces excellent results or the best results that we know of. And at the same time, mastery in itself is also a process as we evolve that, and as we make those understandings and act in those ways, we are able to refine the way we handle it with more and more finesse. And as we do these things, one of the alignments that begin to get created is the trajectory or the pathway or the direction that we move at, as created in the backdrop of the patterns based on the initiations that we create in our autonomy, that we build up with our mastery, that we are trying to find almost as if the correct direction for us that would be akin to seeking out what is the real purpose we're here for, which leads into Daniel Pink's third factor of motivation, and that is our purpose. And if you put all of that 3 together, it is like the whole process of self-trust has many components in itself, where the processes are leading to a bigger process, but yet at the same time they tend to fall into one, where the stronger we are able to fall back into our own self-trust, the more powerful or clearer or more purposeful or more aligned our journeys forwarding becomes. And this process could be experienced by people over a lifetime or in parts. But if we were to take a step back and look at the entire process and how it ties into our human motivation, our human psychology, our human endeavor, but most of all, into a guiding framework for what we seek that would underlie and make the difference in the journeys of our life. And so I see that self-trust as a process is really, really closely, intricately tied into the factors of autonomy, of mastery, of purpose. And I think they come together in a beautiful way for everyone.